Welcome to another episode of Saint Vincent Untold Stories. On this episode, we are going to look at the prison officer who they alleged helped Virana Primus escape custody from the world's most secured prison based in St. Vincent, known as the Her Majesty's prisons. We are also going to look at names taken off the World Food Program list and the farmers and the fishers list as well in St. Vincent. Big ups to all of my subscribers. And if you are new to the channel, hit the like button, the subscribe button, and hit the bell icon if you wish to see more videos like this one. You see in St. Vincent, it had men that went to prison that were known as the toughest men on the streets. Men like Daniel Chimingham. And they never escaped custody. We did 2 episodes before featuring Viran Primus. And we explained what Viran Primus was in custody for. They pick him up on an allegation that he did something to a lady and that lady went to Dover Cat. And they also picked him up because he held a lady in a house, in a basement. But when they followed up on the record, it was also alleged that he did something in other states and they wanted him extradited back. Viewers and subscribers, I want you to go and do some research. Pull up the case with Virana Primus and look at the lady, Charlene Grave. Look at how beautiful that lady was. In St. Vincent, it have women that only goes from work to home, from home to work. Some women don't even party at all. In order for you to win their hearts, you got to show up on their jobs. Look at all the women, for example, that they said Primus did things too. To win some of those women's heart, you have to be a good talker. And that was Primus. As I told you in a previous episode, Primus did fly out of foreign. And Primus did come back hired. And when he come back hired, he met a beautiful young lady from Leewood. And they fell in love. But the dooning got so sweet that Primus took it to heart. And he could not let go the dooning. So he decided, so you know what? And never outside me want that woman to go. She have to stay inside at all time. So the man nail up on basement thing and decided, say, you know what? Never in the kitchen me want you go. You have to stay closer to me. The allegations are that one time Primus did go out. And the lady make an escape. And she just let her in the fridge. And Primus stand end up on a seat. And when she spotted the letter now, she went down one side sorting things and called up the police. When the police came at the residence, they conducted a search. And they found a key. They said it belonged to Miss Graves and other sorting materials and things. So they did some chasing and them decided, we are charging Mr. Primus with the thing with Miss Graves. But lo and behold, when they sort out the record and they saw that Primus had other thing pending in America, the man them decided, you know what, let me put the boy in prison for a little while. Let him start there. When we used to go to church, they had a song saying, no dust can hold my body down. Well, not even a prison cell could have held back Primus. High the first time, Primus walked out of the prison. And when he came back, the man said that he went for a haircut. That na songs change. That song like the man did have a friend all the time, I just say Primus. Go on outside, you hear? So the question remains, what did he do for that officer who they allegedly let him out? With the help of his lawyer, Primus was handed over back to the prisons. But later on down the road, you heard that Primus escaped again. When he escaped the second time, allegations were made that Primus went for another haircut. But that's how it go. Themselves girl did a visit Primus all the time. And Primus decided to say, you know what, one day me come a road and get that doing in there. Because all the time, them are doing on phone. So them say one time, the man them they rock back in the cell. And they just hype on the phone, sweetness, sweetness, sweetness. So Primus and them brethren decided, so you know what, sweetness out there. We have to go out and get some too. Let us escape. Everyone wanted to know, where did Primus go? Who was responsible for helping Primus? When they hear the shout, the man them don't have them own vehicle. Come right by the prisons and pick them up and drop them off by a location. So much boat they park up a wharf. And the man them say Primus always have money. So it's not like him couldn't catch a boat and escape to somewhere loose, somewhere Grenada, Barbados and them place. From the looks of things, Primus never had any intention to flee in the first place. His intention was to get some doing. And Primus, like he fell in love, because the girl say that when Primus arrived by the residence, the man started to search up little thing and ask little questions and thing. And him just apply and bust have one pan the girl face. And they went into a room and they started doing pressure. It is alleged that the bad man didn't even protect himself. Alright, so, you see, the man know he might not come a road in a long time, so the man decided to say, you know what, me want to lick up Primus. While at the residence, the young lady decided to go to town to collect something. While she was in town now, some informant called up and said, Primus is at that residence. So the officers rolled upon the residence. And the allegations were that some men resisted arrest. And the man them draw back for them 14 and do so bam, bam, bam. And one catch a Primus brethren in him foot. Some might say untold stories. This is a story as sweet. Like you been in the action. One thing you need to learn about a prison. When the man them dey in a prison sometime, them a run back the movie and I see how things go and how things now go. I ask the bad man who roll up a prison already. I saw you remember when we did the episode with Sheldon Bain, Dutch. When we tell you that the man them did a say how Dutch don't do things a Grenada, you know. So I want to turn now. And the man them take it up on them head and decide to say yes. Well, we are going to follow that. But the man them did not even check the record to see one thing Dutch did do. And we are not saying that he did not do any more things, but that was the one thing on record. It's like the man them decide and traffic can come in with a whole heap of money. And them guy in and take away the money, but the trafficker didn't give up the money easy. So on 14 pop off, bam, bam, bam. And when the man them left the residence, the trafficker was sent to Dovecat. And the men were incarcerated and Dutch escaped. Dutch ended up in St. Vincent and the Grenadines around some other bad man. But one of the bad man was sent to Dovecat. When Viran Primus escaped the second time, the man them decided to say no. We are not charging Viran alone this time. Somebody else has to go down. So the man them take up an prisoner office and started to conduct some interrogations. And the case was prolonging for a very long time. You know, even the young lady was incarcerated. That helped Viran Primus. Yeah, man. Shortly after that, they picked up the young lady. She gave a confession and pled guilty, and she was given a jail time. You see a woman like that, she takes love very serious. But she just ended up with the wrong guy. The matter involving the prison warden finally came to an end. And he was given a jail time. And now he's even closer to his friend, Viran Primus. And they could do whatever they want inside now. So if he was promised anything by Mr. Primus, then you have Mr. Primus there now. Tell him you need the thing that you was promised. It have an old saying that says common sense is very hard to find. Look what he did as a prison officer. Now he's behind the bars as well. And we never know. Probably we might see Primus escaping a third time. Because Primus seems to be on his game. It is alleged that the lady that Primus held in the basement dropped the case against Primus. Is that true? You see, at untold stories, we are not going to call the lady's name because she was put into protective custody. Viewers, subscribers, have a look into the case properly. Do you think that Mr. Primus is innocent or not? Because he's claiming that in the Charlene Graves matter that he's innocent. And with the other lady out of foreign, the man said never do it. Is it just a coincidence that he just happened to know the ladies? Or is it that St. Vincent and the Grenadines is definitely not a real place? With that being said, I just want to big up the entire population in St. Vincent and the Grenadines, the regional islands and the international countries who are supporting and praying for us during these difficult times. We thank you, Amo.